ketosis full on and you're doing like low carb, high fat, if you don't time the carbs that you're having perfectly and in the right quantities,
Your health still goes down.
and what will your weight loss do?
It's about weight loss. You're losing muscle. You want to lose fat.
Okay, so what will your fat loss do? Is it just not
You lose a little bit, but you lose muscle. You see these skinny fat people. Like she was skinny fat times 1,000, the woman we stayed with. Unhealthy, hot flashes. She was using sleeping pills to get to sleep, and I'm like, they don't put you to sleep. They put you at like second, third level, not REM. And your body only repairs at REM state. All of these things matter, and nobody talks about all these things. And that's the reason why you see me jump around in a half top on YouTube videos at almost the age of 50, and you don't see other people who coin themselves as experts with that level of health. Yeah, great. You get off of McDonald's and chips and all that for your sandwiches. Great, because I see everybody here eats this nasty white bread. Ew. It's not even like European fresh made bread. It's just gross, nasty.
We have that too, but
I haven't seen. I see supermarkets.
To go to, like, the delis and.
I'll see like the stuff that you would put like the kind of white bread you'd put hot dogs on, like the hot dog bun, like that really white, nasty.
Highly processed.
Ooh. Yeah. So people will drop that out, and maybe they'll up a little bit of fat, and they might up their vegetables, and that's better than maybe the processed carbohydrates that will lead them straight to cancer. But the problem is they are still too low carb. You have to refill glycogen and your
Too
liver.
low carb and not enough fat.
Well, you have to be in ketosis to not time out your foods.
Time out your.
You don't have to put timing on your meals when you're in ketosis. You can go like 12 hours without eating, because when your gas tank is empty from eating, I eat a breakfast, I digest it, gas tank is empty, your body goes, oh wait, look, here's 40,000 calories of fat. But on a Banter's diet, you're not in ketosis. You use some ketones, but your body is still primarily using glucose. And so people have this rapid weight loss, that's muscle. A little bit of fat, of course, but they're losing skin, and they're damaging systems, and they're making themselves leptin resistant, and that's why they put one carb back in their mouth and they blow up, because they're broken from doing the Banter's diet.
So here's the next. That leads on to the next question, and it's about intermittent fasting when you're not fully ketogenic.
Yes. Starvation.
Well, should one be doing intermittent fasting? So the question, should one be doing intermittent fasting if you are not fully keto adapted?
I don't know how many women lose their period doing that. So, should you do an intermittent fasting protocol when not in ketosis? Let me tell you the only people that I would even remotely suggest to do that in the short term. Young male under 30 with no adrenal insufficiency or low T. That's it. And if you have a good healthy gut flora and you don't have any hormonal imbalances and you're not a cortisol junkie, then perhaps you could do intermittent fasting in a short term. Now, people who hear me go like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, fasting helps to, like, you know, detoxify the liver and kidneys. Okay. Yeah, it does. Remember the rob from Paul to give to Pete? Where are you going to get your energy from when you go all night fasting and you jump into a Maserati and put it in 5th gear with no gasoline in it? You destroy the engine. We fasted as hunter-gatherers because we didn't have modern stress, where our adrenals were cranking because we didn't pay one bill. We rested and we digested, and we were in a parasympathetic state, which sounds like crazy, but actually parasympathetic means calm. We are lit, pushed, turned on. We're in a sympathetic mode all day long. Women, the reason why they have more metabolic issues is because we have more oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes us take care of our children and makes us have 2 days in one. You get home, it's like 8 o'clock again. I gotta do this, that. When are you gonna rest and digest and turn those adrenals off? You don't, which is why more women have irritable bowel syndrome, digestive issues, estrogen dominance, gallbladder issues. Then men have more heart disease. Women have more other like things that start falling apart. And so when you intermittent fast, anyone, and you have adrenal issues, like you're an adrenaline junkie, and you don't have to be an adrenaline junkie to be, like, you don't have to jump out of a plane or be a skateboarder to be an adrenaline junkie. All you have to do is take care of your kids all day long and work. That's it. That's it. So when you're tired, you're like, in the wild, you'd be like, we're gonna rest and we're gonna digest. But here we don't. We just keep going and going. Oop, women get thyroid issues. We just keep going and we never rest. And then you don't rest and then you fast. And the body goes, but I need glucose. And you're not resting. So I have to crank up the adrenaline. And those little pea-shaped things, these tiny little things that are the size of sweet peas, are just vomiting, bleh, bleh, adrenaline, adrenaline, adrenaline. And that's why we start to develop all these health issues. And then we fast because we're like, oh my God, it's bad. Bad. And so they become obsessed with their weight. The woman we stayed with is such a perfect example because she went from, I think she went from 70, something like 78 kilos down to, was it 50? Something like that. Weighing less than me, but you pull up her shirt and she's just got this roll around them and it's flabby. So, and then comes the health issues. You can live with them because we're like cockroaches. You know, we can eat crap and drink and toxins and, you know, and coffee and smoke some cigarettes and still live. But the quality of life is so poor. And men go through this too. It's the untouched subject that men's testosterone is so low they don't feel like men anymore. No one talks about this, but I talk about it. Because we're all going, okay, we're estrogen dominant, we're PMSing. Yeah? What about men in your andropause? Yeah? Go fast and go more into hyperandropause. Yeah? Male menopause. 34 it can start, even younger. What about male balding? What about all the xenoestrogens and all the plastic things that are turning men into women? And then you fast on top of that? Your body's already toxic. You have to do things slowly because anything that you do that's radical will shock the system. This guy wants to come by. Do you want to come by? Yeah. So when you fast and you're not in ketosis, you may give yourself, your digestive system a break, right? Liver, kidney, colon. But what about your adrenals? What about your brain? What about your sex hormones? They all go to shit. Shite. You know? Sorry. Oopsie. They all go to shite. So that's the effect of not doing things to your body in a smart way. When you fast, you might be clearing out one part of the body, but stressing the other. If you have adrenal, if you are adrenal, an adrenaline junkie, those adrenal glands will overproduce adrenaline, which will create cortisol, which will break down amino acids, which will mess with your pregnenolone, your DHEA, and your testosterone to estrogen balance. That's what messes the body. Even in men, it messes with men's body stress. It's true. It's true. I'm talking about the body and how you eat, the timing of your foods, like when you eat them or when you don't eat them, what happens. And so people like to do starvation diets, and I'm explaining that your testosterone drops when you're not eating on the right timing. Yeah. So that's why when you intermittent fast, you have to be really keto adapted. I can see fasting for like 24 hours. But if you actually just eat smartly and time your meals out, your detoxification and methylation pathways will be able to detox without the strain of not eating. So why do that? And that's why when people try keto or banting or whatever, I'm trying to get people to gradually, I created a meal plan where you can do this in 5 weeks rather than overnight, to not have this negative feedback loop that slaps you and can make things potentially worse. So, so that's what I'm encouraging people to do, is to do things smartly. Please do not try too fast because you want to lose weight, because all you'll do is gain more weight. That's not a lifestyle, that's just dieting, and you don't need banting for that. So if you're gonna do this to lose weight, you have to eat the right food at the right time, right food at the right time, with the right sleep, and the right getting rid of toxic foods and caffeine and smoking and all this crap that people think that they can hold on to why they think they're trying to get healthy or lose weight. And how you work out is a whole nother subject we should go into in another clip of this, because how you work out in conjunction with your nutrition and sleep is critical. So a lot of people just go and hit the cardio trying to lose that weight, putting more stress on the body, raising the blood glucose. Now they have diabetic numbers, or they develop hypoglycemia from intermittent fasting will create hypoglycemia, which is a dysregulation of your blood sugar, in that if you don't eat critically or eat some sugar, you'll be on the floor shaking. So, you know, people got to do this smartly. Smart.
Brilliant.